Welcome back to Ozarks Fox AM. We're here with our friend Sean Paul with Intrigue Journal. How are you?
I'm good. How are you guys?
Good.
That food you just made looked amazing.
And how does it smell in here? Very nice? Very tasty and delicious?
Yeah, fine. Yeah.
Can I just say you look really refreshed? You look very rested and refreshed. You look great.
As opposed to the way I normally look, ladies and gentlemen. Is that the first time he's ever made that kind
I don't
My
think
wife is here. She's like, oh, Julianne, you look fabulous. So much better than your husband.
Yes.
She is
All
great.
right, so I hope she's watching today.
And I will compliment you. Your hair looks fabulous. I love
Thank
the
you.
cut. It looks
great.
great.
Now I'm turning red. All right. So good morning, guys. This is actually a subject I've been wanting to talk about for months, and I just didn't even know where to start. And then something came out in the news, and I thought, well, I got to do it now while it's hot and everything. But if I said to you AI, are you familiar with what that stands for?
Artificial intelligence.
Yes. And how do you feel about that?
I feel like it's already in existence.
Yes.
And it's watching us and listening to us all the time.
Okay, well, that would be like big tech and Big Brother and the government and whatnot.
right.
But artificial intelligence, I think, is something that's actually even scarier. I think that there's a lot of good things that can come of it.
Like robots? Is that what you're talking about?
We're going to talk about all of that today.
Okay.
But, I mean, let's just say that, you know, basically artificial intelligence is software that can write itself, okay? We're all performers here, right?
Yeah.
So, like, for myself, if I want to get better at something, I'd videotape myself doing my show, I'd watch it, I'd analyze it, I'd see what I can do better, and then I'd try and implement those changes the next time I do a show. If you're a computer, you can do that over and over again at superhuman speeds. So, for instance, people have been playing games with computers for quite some time now, all right? Now, this is a game that I've never played before. It's called Go, all right? But, like, when you play checkers, this is how many different potential outcomes you could have if you're playing checkers. This is chess. This is how many different potential outcomes. You know, people have been playing chess with computers. This is this game called Go. Look at how many different potential outcomes there are to playing Go. And Google came up with something, a program called AlphaGo, where it could actually start playing this game with people. And at first, it could barely get through a game. Months later, it was taking on champions that were playing this game.
Oh, wow.
Worldwide champions. To the point where a couple months, it just keeps learning and learning from its mistakes and adapting and adjusting and moving forward at a pace that we just absolutely could not keep up with. Played against the champion from China and beat him 3 out of 3 times. And the country of China, they quit broadcasting it after the first defeat.
Of course.
Because they were embarrassed.
Because they were humiliated that an American tech company had defeated their champion and whatnot. And they decided right then and there, China is like, we need to achieve this AI superpower. Everybody wants to get there just so that they can be the first ones there with this huge advantage. I mean, it's really... There's all kinds of great things that can come of it, but then it can also just leave us in the dust, right?
Absolutely.
And so if you have that kind of level of learning and that kind of advancement, and then you put that inside something from Boston Dynamics, look at what we could be looking at from Boston Dynamics.
What could we see?
What could we see?
I don't know. Here we go.
Oh,
look
boy.
at that. This is real. That's a real robot. Look at this agility.
Oh my gosh. I still think I could take him.
Of course you could.
No!
Superhero Jeremy Ray takes down the robots.
I'll take him down.
Tonight on Fox. All right. Okay, so that's superhuman agility, and if you put that with superhuman intellect, you just hope that we can stay in control of it.
So there's movies about that?
Movies about that, yeah.
Exactly,
Right, where the
exactly.
computers take
So
over.
now we've talked about Elon Musk when we talked about flying cars, and he's always got an opinion. But when he talks, you really got to listen because he's revolutionized the auto industry with electric cars and Tesla, and he's built rockets that take off into space and then they come back and land in reverse. Brilliant, brilliant guy. And let's just look and see what Elon Musk has to say on the subject of AI and what the experts say. Oh, they say, oh, don't worry about it. Not in our lifetime. Really? This is what Elon Musk says.
The biggest issue I see with so-called AI experts is that they think they know more than they do. And they think they're smarter than they actually are. In general, we are all much smarter than we think we are. But much less smart and dumber than we think we are, by a lot. So this tends to plague smart people. They just can't. They define themselves by their intelligence, and they don't like the idea that a machine could be way smarter than them, so they discount the idea, which is fundamentally flawed. That's the wishful thinking situation. I'm really quite close to, I'm very close to the cutting edge in AI, and it scares the hell out of me.
How much time do we have here left? Because I still got. You wake up one day and all of a sudden this is who's in charge, right? I mean that's what everybody gets freaked out about. I mean this was a movie from 20 years ago, but the reality is that the machines, when will they get so smart and aware that they are so much smarter than us that they just. How much time do we have left?
I don't like thinking about this.
2 minutes? Oh my God! All right, so there's an old saying: if you can't beat them.
Join them.
That's right. Cyborgs, everyone. All right. Elon Musk believes that really the only way that we can actually stay in control is if we adapt and become part of it. And I would submit to you that we're all androids or cyborgs. In fact, these two, let me tell you, during a break, you know what they do? They run. Well, look, Callie's doing it right now. She's over there on her own device. We are linked to our devices. We have, yes, she's over there.
She's over there.
And these two do the exact same thing, friends. We are linked and we are patched in, okay? And we have more power and more access to information.
Oh, see, it's talking back to you.
Yeah, we have more power technology than a president of the United States did 20 years ago with all of these things. So Elon Musk is now wanting to create something called Neuralink, and this was the big announcement. Okay. Basically, they would take hairs that are thinner, wires that are thinner than a human hair, and a robot would place them and patch them into your brain, and would be able to monitor the neurons and the synapses in your brain, and it would go to a chip that would actually be under your skin, Bluetooth connected to your phone, and that would be phase one. Okay. Phase two, it would start mapping your mind, and for people who have Alzheimer's, this is great because it could map your memories and your thoughts and help you retrieve those memories.
Oh, that's
beautiful.
Cool, though. Yeah,
you have a foot that doesn't work, it will actually push forward the right programming in your mind and actually help you walk.
The right neurons. And stuff.
Right, so exactly. So it could be very exciting in many ways, all right? But then phase four is you're patched into the internet. And now you don't have to pick up the phone and call anybody. You just need to start a dialogue. It's called consensual telepathy, basically, is what it would be.
That is crazy!
This is going too far, guys.
It really could, because at what point, you know, right now you don't stop paying your phone bill, you can't make a call anymore. But if you're getting so dependent on the matrix of being interconnected.
But could I then, like, if Kelly had it and I had it, and I just went, then I thought to myself, I want to talk to Kelly right now.
And I'd say, Jeremy, that's not going to work because da-da-da-da-da.
Yeah, and we could just talk through our brains?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
You guys want to hear each other's brains?
Well, they would have control over when they're going to be speaking to each other and when they're not.
Would you do it, Kaylee?
No.
No.
I would be the first one to get wired up. Absolutely.
Really? Would
I
you?
would want the advantage.
I would not have to Google anything anymore.
Exactly.
I just know it.
Wouldn't you like to operate at like 1,000 times your main mental capacity that you can do right now?
I would love it.
And what about
what if your brain explode?
What if it could tell your brain to stop aging your skin and your body?
Yes!
Okay, I'll sign up now.
We're in now.
Okay, I just went over these two, didn't I?
We're in.
No, it's a little far out there.
Okay, Sean Paul, I know you probably got more. Can you make this a two-parter?
Oh, easily. We
Okay.
are just barely scratching the
Because this is
surface
fascinating to me.
It
So,
is so fascinating.
So come back and finish this because this
absolutely.
is amazing. And if we can never age, that's perfect, Kelly.
All right.
That part
All right, we'll be back to wrap things up right after this. I would do it, Sean Paul. I would do it.
Yeah, right. On the aging thing, right?
Well, no, just because I don't want to Google. I would have used my